Have you ever noticed how easy it has become for us to spend hours absorbing content, all kinds of content, whether it's binge watching, binge listening, and sometimes binge scrolling? Because our brain craves stimulation and the world is ready to deliver it. It's all out there at your fingertips at any given moment. Podcasts, videos, advice, courses, books, motivation. We are always consuming, but then there is this quiet voice inside of you which whispers you to create. You might ignore it at first, maybe even silence it with some more content, but it's still there, yearning, knocking, and wanting to come alive through your hands, through your words, through your thoughts. So this is your sign. It's time to stop consuming and start creating. Hello everyone, welcome back to Tea Talks Truth, and I am so happy that you made this time to pour into yourself in your growth. So thank you for being here. We are a generation addicted to inspiration, but inspiration without action becomes a burden sometimes. Every time you watch someone else live their dream and you don't take even the smallest step towards yours, a part of you wilts away. You can feel it. You scroll past the girl painting her heart out, the guy making music from his bedroom, the dancer who doesn't care if it looks awkward, while you sit and tell yourself, maybe later. I have a question for you all. Is it fair to starve your creativity while binging on someone else's? We think we are preparing ourselves. We think that we are still learning. We think that we need more time. But what we need is motion. Why don't we create? Why don't we post that poem or start that podcast or maybe write that blog and record the video? Because we fear being seen. Being seen is vulnerable. Being seen also means having to take off the mask that we wear comfortably while we are consuming everything. We don't want to look like a beginner. We don't want to be judged. We don't want to embarrass ourselves. But let me ask you this. Are you okay living the rest of your life behind the screen, watching others live the life that your soul is begging you to try? We say that we don't have time, but we spend hours online, like so much time. We say that we're not ready, but is anyone ever ready enough? We say that we are waiting, but for what? Perfection, validation, or maybe an invitation? Here it is. This is your invitation. Elizabeth Gilbert, in her book Big Magic, which I've been reading lately, reminds us that ideas are living entities searching for someone brave enough to bring them to life. If you don't say yes to the idea that visits you, it will simply move on to someone else, someone who is ready enough. She says that creativity is not something that we own. It is actually something that we participate in, something we dance with. So many of us are waiting to be good enough before we start. But Gilbert says that you don't need anybody's permission to live a creative life. What if you dropped the pressure? What if you just started creating because it made you feel alive? You don't need to monetize your creativity every single time. You don't need to prove anything to anybody. You don't need to go viral. You just need to let it all out. You just need to start. This book also tells us to approach creativity with curiosity, not with fear. About treating it like a relationship. The one where you don't demand results, but the one where you show up with love, openness, and playfulness. So write the book and maybe never publish it. Paint and hang the painting in your own bedroom. Sing your heart out in your car. Because the very act of creating is super healing. It makes you human. The problem is not that people are not creative. It's that we have been taught that creativity has to be profitable to be valuable. That if it does not become something, it's not worth doing, which is all bullshit. But what if it's worth doing simply because it brings you back to yourself? Think about when you were a child. You did not draw to get likes. You did not build forts for approval. You created it because it was fun, right? That is what this book is about. Remembering that joy, and I do recommend reading the book. So it's about reclaiming that wonder, letting creativity be sacred again. There is no shame in creating badly. There is only regret in not creating at all. So when the idea knocks, open the door. Let it in. Play with it. Let it stay as long as it wants. And if it leaves, that's okay too. There will be more ideas. But never doubt this one thing. Your soul is most alive when it's making something. And every single time you suppress that urge to create, you are sending a message to your soul that it's not safe to be expressed. Your soul does not care if you are good. It cares if you're honest. We are made to build, to grow, to birth ideas to this world. That's why it feels so off when we don't do that. That's why, even after a day of binge watching, something feels empty within us. It's because consumption is draining. So let your creativity be your happy place. Let it be where you go when the world feels heavy. Let it be the way you transmute your pain into peace. Let it be fun. Let it be messy, liberating. There are no rules. There is no right way. There is just your way of doing it. And I want you to remember, not everything you create is meant for everyone. But I can assure you that there are people right now craving the exact message only you can deliver. They're not looking for perfect. They are looking for something real. Your story, your truth, your energy. You think that market is saturated. It's not saturated with you. The people who need you will feel you and your heartbeat in every word that you write, every video that you film, every brush stroke you paint. So do yourself a favor and show up. Show up scared, show up uncertain, show up imperfect, but just show up for yourself. You don't need to change the world. You just need to start creating and let it heal you. Let it inspire someone else. You don't need 1 million followers. You need a soul, and you already have gotten that. And let me remind you, blocks will happen and doubt will creep in. The inner critic will sometimes grow too loud, and let it speak, but just don't listen to it. The resistance is a sign that you are onto something powerful. I want you to push through and dance with it. Create in rebellion, create in softness, create in sacredness. You owe it to your younger self. You owe it to the future you. You owe it to the world. The world does not need another perfect feed. It needs more of you. It can be messy, honest, imperfect, whatever makes you you. So stop asking if you are good enough. Stop seeking permission. Stop waiting. This is your permission slip. This is your moment. And this is your sign. Stop consuming. Start creating. Not because you have to, but because you get to. Because the magic is not in being seen. The magic is in the making. And darling, you were born to make. Sending you all so much love and light.